I was born downtown Atlanta, Crawford Long, baby. I wasn't a Grady baby. I was Crawford Long, which is pretty much the same thing. It's like literally like within 5 miles from each other. But raised on the west side of Atlanta, Zone 4. I went to Dub, Adamsville. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, that's why I pretty much grew up at. I stayed with my grandparents. My grandparents and my aunties raised me. My dad and my mom, they was in my life, but they had got divorced. So when they split apart, I kind of split apart and went to my grandparents' house. Um, I got like I'm not a hood nigga. I mean, my grandma stayed in the hood, but I'm not personally a hood nigga. You feel me? My mom's got a doctorate degree. My dad, super successful. But one thing my parents always taught me that their money's not my money. So I had to work for everything I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to grind, or at least grind enough to make my own money for my own expenses. And that's what kind of household I was raised in. My grandma always raised me to be nice to everybody. If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. My auntie Mary, she was like more than a mom to me. She was like my mother figure in the household. So we was in like technically a 3 bedroom house, and we shared one bathroom. And I loved every minute of it growing up because that was like my like like sitcom family. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. Like every day was some drama. Every day I was learning something new. You feel me? And I love that's still my address on my license. You know, like to this day. Um, and yeah. Oh, also too, I grew up next to DC on Fly. We was in the same neighborhood. He's shout out to DC on Fly. And Fat and Paid too. Me and Fat and Paid went to the same middle school. Um, and that's pretty much it. Like from the west side of Atlanta. But everybody think I'm from California. I'm not from California. I'm from west side of Atlanta. Dick.
Why do they think you're from Cali?
I don't know, cause I guess cause I shoot skits out there mainly. Like what I do is I shoot skits out in California and California. Oh, that sounds weird, California. I shoot skits out in California, and I bring them back to Atlanta and edit them. But I network all over. I travel to shoot skits, network, and everything. And I guess because how I talk, some people think because just how I talk, I'm from California.
But you've never lived in California. You continue to live in Atlanta.
Yeah, I love Atlanta. Atlanta's like the new wave. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta's like I want to be a director, and I just shot my first movie, Trunk, and it is already in 4 film festivals. But the opportunity in Atlanta is like it's not hidden, but it's hidden. It's just more. I feel like it's more opportunity here than LA versus everybody's going to LA to like search for something, but it's really not there. You feel me? And it's really about like, and social media made it so easy. You can live in New Mexico, Wyoming, anywhere, and you can blow up. All you gotta do is just network. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of go to LA because there's a lot of connections out there as far as like comedians, actors that I love to work with. But I still love Atlanta. Nothing's like home. You feel me?
Now, what was your age when your parents split?
Oh, it was very young, like 6.
And when you live with your grandmother, this is grandma on mom's side or dad's side?
On my dad's side. Yeah. I always loved my grandma on my dad's side. Like even before they got divorced, I used to go over there every weekend. And it was just crazy because it was like, like when they got divorced, I was like, well, I guess I'm packing up my bags too. I'm going to my grandma's house. So yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
So was this a choice for you?
It was a choice. It was like my mom, she was still going to school. So my granddad and my grandmom just said, hey, look, while y'all doing y'all thing, because they didn't like me to see my mom and my dad fighting, so they actually took me in, you know what I'm saying, willingly. Because since I was going over there every weekend, my mom enrolled me into a school near them, Peyton Forest Elementary. I was doing bad at the other school, so that's one of the reasons why I moved too. So they enrolled me to Peyton Forest Elementary, and I just, instead of just going from traveling, because my mom stayed in Cobb County or somewhere. So instead of going to Cobb County all the way to Peyton Forest, my mom just said, hey, just Your granddad offered, you can stay over there, you can go over there. And to me, it was like, yay, like, hey, I'm happy.
And you stay with your grandparents for how long? Till you're 18?
Ooh, till I was like 22.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a late bloomer.
Now, throughout this time, are you still visiting mom or dad?
Yeah. My dad, he was always in my life. It's just I just never like technically lived with him until I was 18. But I was back and forth from my grandma's house. My bad. So I was back and forth from my grandma's house while I was 18 from my dad and my grandma's, but mainly I stayed at my grandma's. But my dad, yeah, he was always in my life. He picked me up from school. He took me anywhere I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? He was a great father. It's just that like his living situation was like he always stayed out of town, and he had like a big house, and they didn't want me to stay over there by myself as a younger. And then it just got to the habit as far as like, okay, I might as well just stay with my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Even though my dad got his own place, I always had my own room. When I spent the night over there, it was more comfortable and made more sense just for me to stay to my grandma's house.
Mom was equally in your life too?
My mom, okay. Funny thing about my mom, me and my mom, we really didn't see eye to eye. And we was always more friends than mom and son. That type of relationship. And funny thing, when I went to Doug, she used to work at Mays. So my school that I was supposed to go to was Mays. I was like, I'm not going to go to school my mom worked at. So I didn't tell her I switched it to Doug. First day, I swear to you, first day I went to Doug, my mom walks up, hey, I just transferred to Doug. And she was my teacher for the first semester. And I was like, no, I got to get out this class. This woman finna kill me. So it was just funny because like looking back, she really did care about me. But it was just like, we just never just saw eye to eye. I was always a daddy's boy. No homo. But we just never saw eye to eye when it came to certain situations. But she always supported me, she always supported me when it came to like education and like health. You know what I'm saying? When it was like my dreams and stuff, my dad supported me more. Yeah.
So your mom actually taught you for a little bit in one of your classes?
Yes.
And do you actually stay in that class and finish it, or do you leave?
I called my dad. I remember first day I called my dad. I was like, my mom's my teacher. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah. So I stayed in there for like, I want to say half a semester. And then the principal changed me out to another class. I think it was Miss Warren. And then the reason why I was able to change because it was conflict of interest. So I pulled that card out on him. So yeah.
Do you think that was randomly done, you being in your mom's class, or you think she tried to get you into her class, or?
They said it was randomly done, but I know my mom. She is mischievous. She is like Thor's brother. You know what I'm saying? The god of mischief. She probably had something to do with that.
How did other classmates treat you when you were in that class and it was your mom teaching you?
Like a lame, like, oh, your mom was a science teacher, woo, you know what I'm saying? And like they didn't treat me like bully, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, oh, that's your mom, It was just real awkward. It was just like, I don't know, it was just awkward because, at school, that's when you get to be able to be yourself, you know what I'm saying? Experiment with your friends, you know what I'm saying? Like socialize with your friends and stuff like that. But when your mom's there, it's like you really just got to be on your P's and Q's. You can't joke like how you joke. You can't talk like how you talk. So it's just like, okay, I'm just here to do my work. You know what I'm saying? It was just real, extremely awkward. And then she'll make me answer the questions like first. Oh, what's the hypotenuse? No, I don't know. I suck at science. I love math. But like something like what's the cell of a nucleus? What's the nucleus of a cell? And I'll be like, I don't know, Mom. I just like, I don't know. Can you teach me? So that's how that pretty much went.
So was she taking it hard on you when you were in that class?
Yes.
Or compared to others?
She wasn't taking me hard, but she was taking me harder than others. She was showing conflict of interest, But, my mom, I was like smart in high school, like a little bit smart. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, I should know this, which I did. I was just like, in high school, I was just so like mentally lazy and bored because it was not what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like science is cool, but it was just like I love math. So it was just I don't know. Like in high school, I was like the like I was like everybody know me because of my dad. My dad used to like pull up in like all these expensive cars, and I was known for that, and I was just known for like just chilling. Like I was just chill. Like I don't bother nobody. I don't do nothing to nobody. I'm just chill. If you want to make some money, like I used to sell. I used to sell mixtapes, like not like I made a mixtape, like an actual mixtape with like a playlist. I used to burn it from my I can't say it on camera, but from a site where you get free music. And I used to burn it on a CD and sell it to my peers. With my friend Reginald in ninth grade. And that's how I used to get money in high school. But like I couldn't move how I moved with my mom's the teacher. You feel me? Yeah.
So you get out of your mom's class, but she's still a teacher at that same high school you were attending.
Yeah.
So did that make things awkward even though you weren't in the same class as her? Would you ever bump into her? Would you ever see her
I used to see her every day because well, I'm out of high school now. When I used to skip class, I used to go in her room and just be in her back office. Or when I didn't feel like doing a test, I just skip and go in her class. Or like, like when we used to get something to eat, she used to go off campus. I used to give her money to give me food, or she'll just pay for it because she's my mom. But yeah, it had some benefits, but it had some downs too. So like, if I got in trouble in class, the teachers automatically just say, "Oh, I'm gonna tell your mom," and I just be like, "Man, chill out." You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you ain't doing this to any other people in the classroom. Or they'll always show my report card to my mom, even though we don't live with each other. We do not live with each other. I live with my grandparents now. Like, you know what I'm saying? In high school, I rarely visit my mom's house, but because she was like in Camp Creek, and that's not far, but that's far when you don't have a car. You feel me? So they they used to think like, oh, me and my mom got this mom and son relation. No, it's like she was like my best friend, pretty much.
And if you were ever in trouble with grades in a class or you had a problem with a teacher, did you turn to her to fix something or fix a problem?
Yes, I did. I'm not even gonna lie, that was my get out of jail free card. Like if I had like failed the test, I asked my mom, can you tell her can I retake it? It was this one situation where I was in middle school and she was right up the street, so she's at Mays. Mays and Young, that's like the child school, you know what I'm saying? So, big brother, little brother school, or little sister, however you say it. But she was right up the street. So my dad, well, this teacher, she was a science teacher. She was failing me because my dad wouldn't take her out. Dead ass. So my dad ended up taking her out, and she was writing notes on my like projects and stuff. She was giving me bad grades for no reason. Everybody in the class too, but she was picking on me the most. You feel me? Like I'll do like extreme projects, and she'll just give it like an F or like a C, and like just write comments like tell your dad to talk to me after class, like those little stuff like that. So my mom went up to the school and cussed her the fuck out. And after that, I was getting straight A's. Yeah. So yeah, I used my mom to my advantage.
Now, where are you at as far as terms with your mom today?
We cool.
Okay.
We cool. We had our differences when we was young. When I was young, when she was, in school. But I love my mom. That's still my mom. You feel me? Even though she wasn't there for some things that I wish she would, I still forgive her because that's literally my mom. You know what I'm saying? You can only have one mom.
Like, what's an example?
What's an example of what she missed?
Yeah.
Recently she missed my first premiere, my movie premiere, but it was because my brother was sick. I don't know, like this first like experiences, like she was always the school, like, you know what I'm saying, like the school driven, like mental like mindset, meaning like okay, she was like she liked college. She wanted me to go to college. I dropped out. She was just always education bent. My dad was more like entrepreneur spirit, and that's what my spirit was like. Like my dad was there for everything that I did in any venture. You know what I'm saying? And it was just I wish my mom would have been more like supportive. Like even with this Instagram comedy or like my YouTube, I wish she would just be more, just more supportive. Like she don't understand it. My dad understand it. Only thing my dad was worried about is making money. So of course, when anybody start off, they're not making money right off rip. So my dad will still have his eye on it. Like, I see you, but you're not making money, so figure it out. My mom was just like, oh, he just doing that, doing that. Oh yeah, I saw the little video. You know what I'm saying? But that's how my granddad is too. He don't understand social media. So I don't know. I just wish she was just more supportive on some certain areas.
As a person, hindsight 2020, how do you think that separation of your parents affected you?
A lot. That's why I don't cheat. Like if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna break up with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't believe in cheating. That's why I don't like I don't know. That's why I just don't believe in cheating. That really like made me stay away from cheating because I know how it hurts. Like, I know it can affect somebody's family. I know it can affect in a negative way. You know what I'm saying, towards somebody. That's why I don't be like answering DMs especially when I know who they nigga is. You know what I'm saying? I just have respect for that. You feel me? And it's like a real gray area with that. Meaning, as far as like people would just do that so they can just hurt somebody else, but they'll use you for it. You feel me? And I don't know. I just don't. I just don't fuck with cheating. Like my mom, and my dad, they still to this day won't tell me why they got divorced. My auntie did, who's like my mom. She told me it was something dealing with my mom having company or some shit, company. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna be like that. If I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna make it work. And it affected me while I was young. I was depressed. I started eating a lot. I started like, I don't know. I was just really in a depressed state. Like I felt like it was my fault. Yeah, it affected me in a fucked up way.
Were you ever diagnosed with depression, or this is just, symptoms you had of depression that you felt?
I don't need to get diagnosed to know if I'm depressed. I don't need to get diagnosed to know if I'm depressed. I was depressed. Trust me.
Did you ever get counseling or therapy for this stuff? Did you ever
No.
get medication for this stuff? See a professional doctor?
I need counseling. I don't know. Especially like in the black community, like families don't see depression or like that as serious as it should be. Cause like only person who knows I'm really like depressed or like I suffer from depression or anxiety, definitely anxiety, is my close friends. Like my manager, Keith Dorsey, who's been friends with me 15 years. Of course, my girl. And just like certain people, T-Money, he knows I suffer from it because like it's a thing that like especially when it comes to anxiety, you got all these people coming when you like I hate to say this, but when you at a level where I'm at, I hate when I say that. I feel douchebaggy, but when you at a level where I'm at, it's just honest truth. Like people come up to you and you do not know these people. And it's just the anxiety and it just kicks in. It's like, like you don't know what they're gonna do, you don't know what they're gonna say, you don't know what you don't know if they're gonna try to kill you. Like nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like XXXTentacion, Nipsey Hussle, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit scared the fuck out of me. You feel me? Like you don't even know if your own partners is true. That's why I keep my circle small. You know what I'm saying? People say they know me or they fuck with me, that's cool, but like if you really fuck with me, you know me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't be with no stupid shit. That's why sometimes I stay in the house or I don't go to events unless I'm with like my people, because the anxiety is a motherfucker for real. It's just, it's just creepy. You know what I'm saying? But I go through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm strong. So I know how to get through my anxiety. I know how to get through my depression when I'm depressed. I haven't been depressed in a long time. Like sometimes it kicks in, but it's just like, you know what, you rob, so you know you good. But but the anxiety is really like I want to start like a campaign or like a non-profit or something for depression and anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really something that's happening in the black community that nobody is not, like taking seriously, and that can really cause something. Because it's like if somebody's depressed, I seen so many people from my neighborhood I used to live in Camp Creek killed themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all they needed was just to talk. You feel me? And it's just sad that like, especially our people don't see it as much. You know what I'm saying? Or don't take it seriously. But yeah, depression is a bitch. Anxiety is a motherfucker. But the thing is, what I tell anybody that got depression or anxiety, it's gonna be better days. Always better days. And you just gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna rain forever.
Your skits on social media, safe to say they're considered comedic skits for the most part?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think those skits, they stem from, this pain that you'd endured, the overeating, the depression stuff, the you needing therapy, the cheating stuff, the split of your parents? Do you think these skits stem from this stuff?
Absolutely fucking yes. Yes. It's inspired by all that. My skits is like, I treat my skits like artwork. You feel me? So mainly why I do skits is so I won't be depressed. Cause I don't make other people laugh. I make myself laugh and I make other people laugh in the process. I gotta laugh first at my skits. If I don't laugh, then I'm not posting it. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be funny to me. It might be funny to everybody else, but if it's not funny to me, I'm not gonna post it. Or I'm not gonna feel comfortable posting it. You feel me? And I guess that's why like I'm kind of different from other other Instagram comedians, because they post it, and I'm not throwing no shots or no nothing like that. But I'm just saying, like, as far as me, I probably won't go with a trend that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I will if it's funny to me, but I'm not gonna go with a trend just because it's a trend. You know what I'm saying? So if I post something, it's gotta make me laugh. Like, or I'm dying laughing at this. Like this one skit I shot. It was because I watched this show. Excuse me. Oh, I had to sit up. My back hurt. But it's this one show I watched, Rick and Morty. It's one of my favorite cartoons, and it was this scene in there where it was like this homeless guy chasing this lady to the car, and it was so hilarious. And I was like, bro, I gotta remake this skit. So I remade it, and it didn't even do it did decent on my page, but I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it was funny to me. It was actually funny. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that definitely helps me with my depression and anxiety. Well, I don't have depression, like much depression.
But I guess what I was trying to allude to was these skits, the comedy stuff, it comes from a place of pain.
Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely true.
Now, you're a big guy.
Yeah.
Were you always a big kid before the separation of your parents, or it's the separation of your parents that really kicked it off?
After the separation, but everybody in my family is big.
Okay.
Well, my main family, but it definitely happened after the separation.
Now, somebody watching this, now circumstances could be different for everybody, but somebody watching this interview right now, dealing with the separation of their parents, is there anything you would say to somebody going through those motions?
Just know it's not your fault. Just know it's not your fault. Just know that, your parents love you. Well, at least one of them do. I'm just playing about that. But just know that everything's going to be okay. Whether it looks like, it's not, just have faith, especially in God. And just keep moving. You feel me? Keep grinding. Use that pain for your art. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever mope and not be productive, or don't ever sit on it too hard. You know what I'm saying? But use that pain to create.
Now, financially, how did you grow up? Rich? You were a rich kid?
Oh, financially, how did I grow
Yeah.
up?
Like what
My dad
class were
was
you in?
rich. I ain't gonna lie. My dad was rich, but it was like he taught me like business stuff. You know what I'm saying? Business ethics, business, how to talk and stuff. But my dad never gave me like stupid amount of money where I could just be rocking Gucci every day and like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was privileged, but I wasn't like an asshole privileged, or I wasn't like just a rich kid. No, I was like the rich kid that stayed in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't stay with my dad. Because my dad always said, "This is my money, not yours." You know what I'm saying? You gotta get money like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he always helped me. You know, if I needed like certain stuff for school, of course. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like dressing bummy, but I wasn't like going to Paris every weekend, going balling out every weekend. No, I was a nerd. You know what I'm saying? I played Halo. That's all I did was go to school, play Halo at my grandma's house. I didn't even get outside. You know what I'm saying? And growing up privileged, it was like, well, I don't know. Would you say halfway privileged? Because I wasn't like, white people privileged. Like, hey, can I get in? No, it was like, hey, you still got to grind. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, it was good. You know what I'm saying? It had some good days, had some bad days. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I really wanted was just, spend time with my dad. So as many times as I spent time with my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a blessing. And sometimes you got to realize, like, that can't always happen. You feel me? And I don't know. And then growing up in the household, like, my dad always took care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have to struggle, but it was like, struggle, if that makes any sense. You feel me?
Now, I know your dad would say these things to you. This is my money, this is not your money, that sort of thing. You still got to hustle and stuff. But just from living half privileged, how you described, what did you learn from this? What did you take from that? Hindsight 2020.
Well, what did I take from it? I take from it is always, what did I take from it? That's a good question, DJ Smallz.
Yeah, thinking back at how things played out and financially you grew up, what do you take from that? I mean, he tried to say or tried to teach you this is this and this is that, but that doesn't necessarily mean you took that from that, or you learned that. But
Well, what I learned is the world is bigger than the hood. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing, especially like my young, Atlanta niggas, they just, they don't know nothing but the hood. And that's all they see, but the world is bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I always had to see, because like I'm the type of person that you can put me in any situation. So if I can go to the hood, I can, chill. I know how to act. I'm street smart. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be on no stupid shit. But if I go to like a rich area, I know how to act too, when I want to. Sometimes if I feel like being silly, I'll be silly. But I know how to act. You know what I'm saying? I know how to adapt to my environment. And it's like weird because when you see like, because I had broke friends, I had rich friends. When your rich friends come to the hood or come to the area, they don't know how to act. They act, they don't know how to adapt. It's vice versa. When you bring your hood niggas to the rich area, they don't know how to act. I feel like I learned how to adapt through that. You know what I'm saying? So you can put me in anything. You can put me in the hood. You can put me in the suburbs. You can put me uptown, downtown, midtown. I'll be good.
your dad had money, but you still remained in public school?
Yeah.
Not private?
No.
Not homeschool?
Nah. Because my dad always, like I said, my dad was like, look, you're going to get the same treatment I was given. You know what I'm saying? Because I thank God he gave me too, because I'm not like these prissy ass rich people, like rich spoiled little bitches. Like I hate them. Like I see them all the time, and it's just like, like I just thank my dad that like he let me like live with my grandparents, like let me see struggle, let me experience struggle, let me experience, you know what I'm saying, getting broke on my own, let me experience like sleeping in the car, let me experience, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, little stuff that you need to experience as far as survival. You know, I'm a survivor. So it's just stuff that, like I know if you put a certain person in an element, they're not going to survive. You feel me? So I just thank my dad, like, for real, like, that was, like, the best thing my dad could ever give me is experience. Negative and bad.
Growing up half privileged, like you stated.
Comment half privileged below.
And I know there was a time where you were selling, mixtapes from music off of a website and that sort of thing. But did you ever get involved in any serious street activity growing up?
Nah. I knew right from wrong. We might joke about it, you know what I'm saying? Or had like little cliques or whatever, but it wasn't nothing major, like, you know what I'm saying? But I always knew who the street niggas was, who the real street niggas was, and we was always cool, you know what I'm saying? But I never got into that. I never, like, you know what I'm saying? I just never got into that area. You feel me?
How big was gang activity back then in your city?
A lot. It was big. Still is, you know what I'm saying? But it was just more just people just trying to find a home. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to be safe because it was like, especially at Doug, everybody was getting jumped. I got jumped once. You feel me? Well, no, I got into a fight. It felt like a jump. But, you know what I'm saying? And even though we still cool, like, I was just a cool person. Like, even though we still cool, you just gotta just, like, people, the gang activity is just real, I understand why people join the gang, but personally, I wouldn't. You feel me? I just respect it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not for me. You feel me?
Now, I don't know if you stated what kind of kid you were in class when you went to school. I know you said you were a nerd. Is that how you would clarify yourself or classify yourself, I should say?
I was a geek. There's a difference between a nerd and a geek.
Explain.
A nerd is somebody that's just
because you used that term first. You said you were a nerd.
Yeah, I mean a geek. My bad. It's okay. It's a thin line.
Okay, explain.
But I was really a geek.
Okay, explain.
A nerd. I would get classified as a nerd, but a nerd is like someone who's smart, book smart. You know what I'm saying? Don't have that many social skills. Knows a lot of information. I was a geek, meaning like I love certain stuff like comics, video games. You know what I'm saying? But still, I was still cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, with the shit. You feel me? So that's the difference.
So as far as a clique or a crowd, you were were you in a geek clique, a geek crowd?
I was in everybody's crowd in high school.
You were a floater?
I was just the type of person that, like, I was to myself, but, like, it was just like I fuck with everybody. So it was just like, but I didn't fuck with everybody. It was weird. Like, everybody knew me in high school, but I was just like, okay, oh, that's Rob. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Rob. You know what I'm saying? I only had probably 3 close friends in high school. That's Jabari, Mika, and oh damn. If you seen this, I forgot your name. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, and I just, I was just usually, playing Halo. That's just Halo 3. That was like my thing in high school.
You were good at it?
I was the fucking best. I was the damn best. I was, I got, I forgot the rankings, but I was like a 5-star general online. And how I passed my, calculus class, because he was hard. I forgot his name. It was Mr. Blankenship, I think, or something like that. And he was just hard, and then he was just like it was just the hard ass class. So we were just like, hey, you play Halo? He was like, yeah, what's up? So we got cool, playing Halo, and you know what I'm saying? He passed me, so I wouldn't have to stay back. So that's how I kind of passed high school, really, because like all I was doing was playing Halo, and then luckily my teacher played Halo, and I beat his ass in Halo.
That didn't make things awkward between you two?
No, we was all cool. We was cool.
Now, when it came to Halo, would you gamble for money?
Back then, yeah. Now, I'm kind of rusty. I don't play no game.
Did you make good money off of it?
No, I didn't gamble. I didn't gamble back then. I never, I never was that type of person.
When it came to either acting or directing, did you take like a TV production class? Did you get into drama at all? Did you?
Actually, no. I started off wanting to be a rapper.
Oh.
Yeah. My name was Big Rob the Cool. So after that, after high school, I went to Clark Atlanta for mass media just because it was like I had a full ride there too. But I dropped out the first semester. Then I went to SAE for audio engineering, and I was like, I always thought smart. So like, hey, if I'm gonna be a rapper, I need to be my own engineer, save me money. So while I was doing engineering, I fell in love with videography. I was like, oh, editing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love editing now. So I kind of dropped the music. Well, not kind of. I did drop the music. And I went to editing, shooting music videos, from shooting music videos into directing. Pretty much it.
Why'd you drop out of Clark Atlanta? What was the reason?
It just wasn't me. I wasn't feeling it. It was no against Clark Atlanta. It was just that college isn't meant for everybody. I just didn't believe, I believe I was wasting my time. Meaning, if it wasn't teaching me how to be rich, you know what I'm saying? Or if it wasn't teaching me how to go to a certain level that I wanted to go to, then I wasn't paying a lot of money, but why was I going to this school? You feel me? I don't have to go to Clark to be successful.
What year did you drop out? Freshman, sophomore?
I did one semester of Clark and dropped out. I did it. I dropped out 2010.
I don't know, but did you know that, in college, when someone goes for like a bachelor's or something of that nature, the first 2 years of that 4-year program, it's general classes.
Yeah, it's general classes. But even then,
the major isn't focused till the 3rd year, junior year.
But that's stupid. Because, by the time I get to the 2nd year, what they're going to teach us is going to be obsolete. You feel me? So I was like the type of person that I love to learn on my own. So, even with the videography stuff, I went to audio engineering, and they had one class of videography. And I didn't learn that much, how to use Final Cut, how to edit. I had to YouTube. I really had to study on my own because it's something that I really wanted to do, and I see making money from it. You feel me? So, yeah, I think that's just crazy. I loved SAE. SAE was the best experience. When you go to SAE, it was just okay, you right into shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not okay, you gotta learn math, then science all over again, language arts. We already know that. We've been going to school for 18, or was it since we was kids to 18, you know what I'm saying?
12 grades.
12 grades, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're going to 12th grades. We know this by now, you feel me? Let's learn what we came here to learn.
SAE would be considered more like a technical school,
Yeah,
a technical college?
School. Yeah, technical college. Yeah, but I loved SAE.
You graduated?
Yeah.
You did graduate.
Surprisingly, yeah.
And what do you get a certificate in exactly?
Audio engineer.
Oh, audio engineer. Okay.
I'm an official audio engineer.
Now, with Clark Atlanta, you got an academic scholarship?
Yes. My mom, like I said, she supported me in education. We was working on this scholarship since I was a kid. Went to trainings in summer school throughout elementary school. And yeah, it was a full ride, but it came to a point where we had to come out of pocket for the next semester, and my dad was willing to come out of pocket, and my mom, she was just still trying to get the program, but I was just I don't even want to do it, honestly. And I was very antisocial in Clark.
I'm confused. If it's a full ride, why do you have to come out of pocket?
I don't know. It was something weird with the program, because it was some paperwork that my mom had and she lost, but it was a full ride it was a full ride, but I had to find some paperwork, and my mom was gonna try to find it. So until okay, my dad always been like this. Okay, well look, you need to pay out of pocket this semester and then make sure we good for the next semester. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want my dad to come out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Especially for something that was supposed to be for free. You feel me? But And then again, I didn't want to be there. Like, I hated college. I'm antisocial, so it was like everybody just trying to, get drunk, smoke weed, you know what I'm saying, go to the parties. I'm like, I'm not a party type person. You feel me? So it was just like, and then, it's cool, good people, but it just, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the vibe.
So what's your parents' reaction when you make that decision to quit?
My mom, she hated me for that. My granddad hated me for that. My dad was like, you better find something to do. Everybody was just like, dang, like, cause my cousin, he goes to Auburn, or he went to Auburn. And so it was like me and my cousin like best friends. So everybody was expecting me to go like that route. He was older, like go the college route. Like all my cousins went to college. And like my dad and my mom went to college. My dad graduated from Georgia State. No, Georgia Tech, my bad. My mom graduated from Clark, got her master's at Clark. So everybody was expecting me to do it. But I just kind of just didn't want to do it because it wasn't making me happy. It wasn't fun. It wasn't,
Do you go to SAE soon as you quit, or is there a break there?
Oh, it was a break period. It was a year break period because you had to find yourself. You feel me? Like I feel like people just go to college just because their parents want them to go to college, or go to college because it's the right thing to do. Go to college because you really want to do it. Like if you want to become a heart surgeon, go through this process of becoming a heart surgeon. Go to college. But if you don't know what you want to do, save your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, college is not going to make it better if you're still trying to figure yourself out. You feel me? Because I know some people that change majors like 5 times. It's not because you want to do it. It's because you're just looking for a job. You feel me? So that's my philosophy on that.
What was your parents' reaction when you complete SAE?
My mom was there. She was there. I think she was. She was there. My dad was, he was like, hey, My dad always been like this with education. He was like, it's just a piece of paper. You can wipe your ass with it. It don't mean shit as long as you ain't got no job or making money from it. My mom, she was just like fake happy for me. Like, oh yeah, you gotta do, she talked down on it like, oh, you got a little degree, So my granddad, he didn't understand what was going on. He just thought it was just like some music school. And my auntie Mary, that who was the most supportive. She taught my dad. She taught my dad to get my first camera for graduation. She was always there for me,
This was a 2-year program,
yes.
SAE?
Yes, it was.
Hindsight 2020, looking back at how things played out, did you make the right decision?
Honestly, yeah. If I can do it again, I'll do it again. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be here with you getting interviewed if I didn't do what I did. I'd just be another person.
But was the audio engineering certification even worth, what you're doing now? Because
it's not worth what I'm doing now. It comes in handy like when I'm editing my movies. You know what I'm saying? Like my last movie, well, my first movie that I finished called Trunk. It was like some audio stuff that I personally knew how to do. You feel me? And I didn't have to pay nobody else for it. So yeah, it came in handy, but I don't know. It was just like, I feel like if I didn't go to SAE, I wouldn't have fell in love with video as much, because it was just like, okay, I'm not using my audio engineering, but it did put me on the path to where I love shooting videos. I love editing videos. I would have never figured that out if I didn't go to SAE. You feel me?
All right, back then, did you participate in talent shows?
No.
Never did talent shows.
Oh, dang, I did one talent show. I did one talent show when I rapped with Naomi. That was it. Naomi Jones and Darnell Coleman. Those were my other 2 best friends. But yeah, I did a talent show and we did good. I made the beat. I recorded it. Yeah, I just totally forgot about that. But yeah, I did one talent show.
And how'd you place?
It wasn't no place. It was just like, hey, you know, like your students are finna perform. You know, you don't have to go to class. So.
Did you play any sports?
When I was young, I played for Ben Hill, football. I never was like a sports type of guy.
Now, before you graduate high school, they give superlatives in the yearbook. These awards where most likely to succeed, best dressed, biggest flirt, things of that nature. Did you ever pick up a superlative?
Nah. When I was in middle school, I got best dressed, but nah, I never had school spirit. I never attended none of the football games, never attended none of the basketball games. Never, I barely was in the pep rallies. I always had my headphones on. Oh, I was doing homework, or I tried to skip it. Yeah, I was very antisocial when it came to that.
Now, I know there was a time you had described where you were selling music or you were selling
It was
mixtapes.
only a period. It was a small period. It was like only a year or two for that.
Okay,
but it was just little quick money. You know
okay,
what
but
I'm
that's how
saying?
you generated income at one point. Did you ever try a hand at a job?
Try out a job.
Yeah. Ever fill out an application? Ever work for
I
somebody?
have. Throwing newspapers in the morning. Yes, I did have a job.
What age?
I was 18 years old. I worked with my good friend, DeLacy Smith. He put me onto that job. I lasted for 2 weeks.
Why?
One, because I had to start school. And then two, it was just tiring. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day, except for Sunday. Rolling up newspapers, putting them in a little plastic bag, and then throwing them. And then when it's an apartment complex, you gotta go all the way to the third floor and put it on there. And if you throw it up there and you miss, you gotta go back up there and do it again. So yeah, I know it's not probably like the hardest job, but me, I'm a creator, so it's like I could have been doing something else. You know what I'm saying? I could have been making a song or something.
So are you doing this while you're attending high school, or this was after you graduated?
This was after I graduated. This was after I dropped out of college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know you only did it for 2 weeks, but was there any crazy stories dealing with that job? Anything that happened out of the norm?
I want to say yeah, but I can't remember. It was like, I don't know, because it was just early in the morning. Oh, it was this one where I forgot to put the newspaper on there. So I had to hand this guy like in the middle of like 5 o'clock in the daytime. I was like, hey fam, here go your newspaper, bro. And he was like, yo, y'all motherfuckers, I don't like y'all. I'm like, bro, I apologize. I'm sorry on the company. And he was like, he just started yelling, ah! And I was like, okay, well, have a good day, sir. And then, you know, like, I don't know, it just messed up my sleeping pattern. That's one reason I quit too.
Now, if you could, would you ever consider owning a newspaper delivery business?
Fuck no. I mean, yeah, if it's making money, but that's not something that I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm gonna start a newspaper business. Here's the news with Robiii World. No, I'm not gonna do that. But if it's good money in it, I would invest in it. I always be open-minded.
Just curious. Now, we spoke about your family. We spoke about mom and dad, grandma, and by the way, this aunt that you mentioned, this was on your father's side as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my Aunt Mary and my Aunt Deborah. That was two people that raised me.
Did you have any other siblings?
I have one sibling on my mom's side. He's like 13, 14 years old.
So you're the older one.
Yeah, I'm the older one. But it was on like, we kind of distant because he have autism. So he have trouble remembering stuff. So since I'm not there 100%, like every time I see him, he remember my name, but I don't think he know who I am. And that's kind of sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of make me depressed sometimes when I think about it. Because like, you know, if me and my mom wasn't like as close as me and my mom was close as me and my dad, he probably would know who I am. Cause like, to this day, like if anything happens to my mom, I'm taking him in. You know, so.
Do you have anything you would say to somebody that has to deal with a sibling that's autistic or somebody in their family that's autistic? And I believe there's different levels of
Yeah,
autism.
it's different levels.
But, circumstances could be different for everybody, but anything you would say to somebody that's...
Patience. Very much patience. And then, just be the best person you can be. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can.
Anyone else in your family work in film aside yourself or just you?
I got a cousin that's an actor, but she don't act like that no more. Shout out to Century. But no, I'm the first person in the family to do film, do skits online. Yeah.
Did you ever collaborate with her when she was doing it or no?
When she was doing it, no. I was still in my music phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know how you stated some different parts of your family think about, your skits and, your film career and this, that, and the third. But at this point, what does mom and dad think about it?
My dad, he's very proud of me because I'm the one in the family everybody thought was gonna fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, your dad this, and you're not gonna become this because you doing this. You know what I'm saying? So everybody thought that I was gonna be a fuck up, or I was gonna be the stupid one, or I was gonna be the one that just like borrowing money from me. Like one of them family members. But I surprised everybody, especially with my movie premiere. Like my granddad was surprised. My granddad always wanted me to work at UPS. I'm like, granddad, I'm not gonna work at no fucking package store. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna work there. But he cried at my movie premiere. He was proud because he knew he was the main one giving me hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you shouldn't be out there filming. You not filming a movie. You just playing around. And that's just the PG-13 version. You know what I'm saying? So, my granddad, I always loved my granddad. He was hard on me growing up as far as like what to do, but he really raised me. He gave me the discipline, you know what I'm saying, that I needed it. Sometimes it wasn't fair, but it was needed. You get what I'm saying? But my mom, she's just, I wish she was just more in she's proud of me, but it's not like that. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm proud of you. You doing good, but not like involved. Like, like my son's a director. My son is Instagram famous. He really doing his thing. Like every time my dad goes somewhere, it's like this. Like my dad never did this until like a year ago. He never did this. And every time we go somewhere, this is my son right there. This is my son right there. Because my dad used to be like, quote unquote, famous or like at a level where people would notice him and stop him. So when people stop me, he's just like, that's my son right there. That's my son. I'm his dad. And it be so, it's like, damn, that made me want to cry because like my dad always like, he always joking around. You know what I'm saying? That's where I get most of my joking around from. And my mom. But it was just like, that's just like, that proud. My mom, you know what I'm saying? She'd just be like, oh yeah, my son doing this. My son's shooting a movie. But not like, that's my son. Like I never got that from my mom. My dad, he is supporting. He if I got a T-shirt that says my name on it, he gonna wear it. You know what I'm saying? My dad's like that. But my dad always made sure that whatever I'm doing is making some type of profit and that it can take care of me. You feel me? Because I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a lot of money, but I do got enough money to have a lifestyle where I don't have to work a job. And that's what my dad is really proud of. And my mom, she just can't understand it.
Now, what does your dad do where he would gain some sort of notoriety?
He used to do network marketing. Well, he still do network marketing. And that's how I learned how to network from him. Because he was doing meetings for and motivational speaking. Of course, definitely motivational speaking. But he'll meet with like a lot of people like my dad's best friend is Ted Turner. You know what I'm saying? They real close friends. And he just used to network, go to meetings, after meetings. Like as a kid, I'm just like, we gotta meet all these people. Cause I really don't like people. I really don't like a lot of people because that anxiety comes in. And I just learned from him. He just used to travel all the time. Every time, like when I was in school, we used to travel all the time. We used to like meet different people. We used to just go everywhere. And then he taught me how to talk to people. Like, yeah.
You met Ted Turner too yourself?
I met him when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Cause my dad started off as a FedEx, working for FedEx, and he used to deliver package to Ted Turner. So that's how they became friends. It wasn't because he was rich. It was because my dad is also a hard worker as well.
Now, okay, at this movie premiere you spoke of for Trunk, you had mom couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Your brother was sick.
Yeah.
So she took care of that. Dad was there.
Yes.
Grandfather was there. Was grandma or aunt there?
My grandma and my aunt Deborah was there. My grandma and Aunt Mary, they passed.
They did.
Yeah. They was there in spirit. I felt them.
How did they pass away?
My grandma had cancer. My auntie was given the wrong medicine. And it kind of had an allergic reaction, and her heart stopped. Her heart stopped.
What cancer did grandma have?
I honestly don't know. It was when I had cancer. She died like the last month of my last chemo session. So I don't know. It was just a dark area. I was in a dark place.
And we actually talked about that in a previous segment.
Yeah.
And people can look that segment up.
Yeah.
And we talked about your whole cancer ordeal.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Cancer, that ain't no hoe. I'm not saying to beat my ass, but cancer got them hands. I'll tell you that right now.
And you know, if somebody hasn't had a chance to see the full clip of us discussing your cancer, and I think your grandmother's cancer in that bit as well, just briefly state, and they can watch it for more information, but just briefly state what cancer you had and what age you had it in.
I had lymphoma.
And when you beat it.
Oh, my bad. I had lymphoma under my arm. It was a big tumor under my arm and some close to my heart. I had it in my spleen and my pancreas. I'm a cancer survivor. I was 24, 23 around that time. When I found out, I had to go through 9 months worth of chemo sessions. They said I caught it super, super early. So I was blessed from that. And yeah, that's pretty much it with that. That shit is scary. That was the scariest shit ever in my motherfucking life was cancer. And I put that on game. That shit was scary.
Grandmother, they caught her cancer late?
She had cancer prior, and then she recovered, and then it came back again. But everything they tried to do was keep getting worse. So radiation, chemotherapy, it would just keep getting worse and worse. And they put an expiration date on her.
Your grandfather, he got emotional and cried, teared up at the premiere.
Yeah.
Did you get emotional? Did you cry at the?
Yeah. All my niggas was there. Bruh, all my niggas was there. My granddad was there. My cousin was there. Even my cousin. My cousin Shy, he's like if the family, you have the smart person that's gonna, got the good job, got the nice car cousin. He's that cousin. I love him to death, but he is that cousin. So, he's the tough guy too. So when he started crying, I'm like, bro, don't cry in front of this stage, bro. Cause the host who I had was bringing people up to speak about the movie. And good reviews, by the way. But he started tearing up. I'm like, bro, don't do it, bro. And then when I really started crying, it was when all my friends from this group I started or helped started the 44, they was all there, and we was taking pictures, and they was just like, "We proud of you, bro." And I was just crying because we couldn't finish the first movie attempt with them, so. It was just like, and I was telling them, I'm gonna shoot the movie. That's all I was saying to them. I'm gonna shoot this movie. You know what I'm saying? And then I did it. It was just, it was, and I got hell for, you get hell through anything you going through. You know what I'm saying? They only gonna praise you when you made it or when you finish. But when you going through the process, nobody gonna have your back but you. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of cried. I was like, bro, we here. You know what I'm saying? We here. And it was very emotional.
If somebody wants to see that movie, where can they find that?
You can't find it right now. It's being shopped in film festivals.
Oh, okay.
So like I gotta put it in film festivals first. From what I know, you know, so I researched. And I'm thinking about having an online premiere on YouTube probably at October this year. So people can see it, and then after it get done to film festivals, or put it on Amazon Prime or Netflix.
And also for reference here, I forgot to ask you this. I know when your grandmother passed away, because it was the last month of your chemo.
Yeah.
But your aunt, when did she pass in your life? What age?
26.
Oh.
Last year.
So it was grandma first, then the aunt.
Yeah.
And that was unexpected.
That was definitely unexpected. She was on my bad. I'm trying to think of the name. I'm sorry.
Take your time.
She was on
Dialysis?
Dialysis, yes.
Okay.
She was on dialysis, and yeah, that happened unexpected too. So she was that's when I had moved to Miami, and I remember the last thing I said to her face to face. I was like, "Do you really want me to move to Miami? You know, while you sick?" And she's like, "I'm gonna be fine. Just go." You know, in shorter words, it was more emotional, but it was like more emotional and supportive. She was always supportive. So that's one thing I would turn back. I would have spent more time with my auntie, more than I ever did. You know what I'm saying?
She was given the wrong medication.
Yes.
Could that have been prevented at all?
Of course. Of course, that could have been prevented. Yeah, I mean, obviously it could have been prevented. Just like saying, hey, we gave you the wrong fucking pizza and you fucking dying from pepperoni because you're allergic. Oh, I said cheese pizza, you know? Could have been prevented.
How long were you in Miami when she had actually passed?
I was 2 months in. No. I was a month and a half, close to 2 months. And I moved to Miami for a business venture, which didn't go as planned. But, you know, you learn. You live and you learn. It was experience there, you know?
Now, when it comes to your mom, your dad, grandfather, grandmother, the two aunts, best advice any of them have given you at this point?
My dad always gave me the best advice.
And
Consistency is key. And my auntie Deborah, never give a fuck what I hate to think. Marry. Fuck them. You gotta get it how you can. That's one thing Mary said. She was like, we always just cuss at each other, you know, like that was like my best friend, my mom. She was everything to me, you know. My grandma, best advice she ever gave me, I don't know. She was just be kind, you know what I'm saying? Have a true heart. My granddad, same thing, just be genuine. My mom's a little ruthless. So she'll say stuff like, you know, the pussy ain't worth it or some shit like that. Or, you know, like sharpen your pencils just in case you're getting bullied at school. You know, but I love them all.
You following any of this stuff?
Yeah. Of course. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't, you know? So, yeah. I'm sorry to give you a short answer. I'm just like kind of, you know, state. But yeah, I do follow, I follow everything to the key. I quote my dad like every day. Like if something happens, I quote my dad. Or if I'm having trouble, like in life, or if I'm nervous about something, like for example, like I just got I got called in to audition for Wildin' Out. And I was nervous about it because I've never been like, if you heard, I've never been like the stage type person. But I always wanted to go on Wildin' Out. So I told my dad, he was just like, look, he said the best advice that anybody gave me. He said, if you fuck up, shit, you don't got it. The same position you was at now. So just give it a fucking try. You know, my dad always been ruthless with me when it came to motivation. So he's like, this good, you got it. So I'm gonna give him all. If I don't get it, I don't get it. If I do, hey, we lit.